Alright, you probably know the drill by now. I respect Luigi a lot and I think he shouldn't have to do anything in order to save the world, which is why I have taken the habit of just carrying him on my shoulders at all times. Well, lucky for us, Luigi has his very own 2D side-scrolling game in the form of new Super Luigi U. We did try to beat this game in the past while having Yellow Toad carrying him through the many stages. Did we beat the challenge? Well, you're gonna have to tap the card on screen right now to find out. But today, we're going to try to beat the secret world that is unlocked after collecting all of the star coins in every levels, the Superstar Road. The rules are simple. We're gonna try to beat all 9 special stages in new Super Luigi U while carrying Luigi on our shoulders at all time. And since Yellow Toad worked really hard last time, I'm gonna give him a break and rely on Blue Toad to do the job today. Yeah, thanks pal. We are allowed to drop Luigi to go inside of pipes or to fit through narrow passages if needed, as long as we grab him back right after we get past the part. If Luigi ends up dying during a stage, we have to start over from the beginning of it. I know you can turn the players into bubbles in this game, but obviously that is not allowed, as this would be completely dumb and pretty boring. Now that everything has been set, let's see if we can beat all 9 levels from this secret world. Here we go. World 9-1 is one of those epic spine coaster levels. I say epic because in a normal playthrough, they're super fast-paced and really fun, but in a quest where all of your moves are limited by carrying Luigi around, this speed can be quite the problem. The very first part is quite troublesome as this little path here is too narrow, so Toad immediately drops Luigi and there ain't much time to grab him back before we have to jump above an evil fuzzy. Poor Luigi can't really do anything about it. I soon had this idea of using a mini mushroom to avoid dropping Luigi, and while that works, sure, the low gravity that comes with being mini Luigi truly is a big problem. I also tried to leave Luigi there to take damage, only to grab him back on the other side of the fuzzy, but I couldn't do it on time. Eventually, after a couple of tries, I managed to grab Luigi back on time to jump above the fuzzy and land on the other roller coaster. This was really stressful, but thankfully, once that really annoying part is done, the rest of the level is pretty straightforward and you'll reach the flagpole in no time. World 9-2 is the really dangerous level in which huge Bowser blocks fall down from the sky, and if we get crushed by them, we're pretty much ripperoni and pepperoni. Sadly for us, we have to press the P-switch right at the start, turning the coins into blocks and thus creating a wall that prevents us from carrying Luigi through it. No matter what we do, we're gonna be dropping poor Luigi and he's gonna get crushed. Luigi and Toad are just too thick to fit down there. So you know, we're gonna have to grab a mini mushroom if we want to stand a chance. Lucky for us, this mushroom is exactly the thing we needed to fit there, but that doesn't mean the rest of the level will be easy to beat. The low gravity jumps above the spinies are pretty difficult to pull off, and there's not much time to relax, but eventually I managed to make it to the end. The final part is full of flying squirrels, and they're always located in the worst places possible. Like, seriously, move out of the way, dude! It's really annoying to deal with, but after memorizing where they'll appear, you'll be good and the flagpole will be within your reach. World 9-3 starts off with us going down that green pipe, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really afraid of what was on the other side, and yup, it is an underwater stage. Ugh. If you're new to the series, I have to tell you that underwater stages are pretty much always impossible in this quest, cause you cannot grab Luigi underwater, and he doesn't bounce on you at all, so there's actually no way of going up while being there. Although we can get through the parts with the moving pipes by pushing Luigi and defeating the big cheap chump with fire flowers, we'll soon stumble on this part where the floor is elevated by one block. And that one single block is going to be the one that ruined this quest. Sadly, this level cannot be completed. World 9-4 is next, and in this one you have to jump on the many donut platforms and swinging hammer things up until you reach the pipe at the top. Along the way, there are going to be lots of mean walruses throwing out snowballs at you, so you're gonna have to avoid them as well while making your way to the top. Thankfully, It's a pretty short level, so you'll soon reach the top and beat it. World 9-5 is apparently under construction, and you know what? It really shows. I mean, all of the blocks are slowly appearing out of nowhere above this evil poison water. This level is kinda scary, but it's not very difficult if you just wait for the blocks to appear before making your moves. There's only one difficult part that I can think of, and it's this part here where you are expected to do wall jumps. Obviously, we cannot do those while carrying Luigi, but we can easily jump and then throw Luigi to then do the wall jump to make our way up there ourselves. Once that part is done, the rest of the level is pretty easy to beat. World 9-6 is full of giant spinning fire bars, and this truly makes this stage really difficult to navigate, especially considering the fact that while carrying Luigi, we become twice as tall, so most jumps are super difficult to pull off. You'll have to forget having a mushroom if you want to stand a chance and fit here, but that also means instant death. I died over and over and over again while attempting the stage, but the more I died, the more I learned, and the more I learned, the further I got into the stage, eventually reaching this part with all of the brick blocks. But even when I cleared it, this fire bar always killed Luigi no matter what. While we can actually push him underneath, we then have to grab him right back to start running on the second set of blocks, so there's no way this is going to happen. My strat here was to hit the block and give a mushroom to Luigi to then make it back to that part and damage boost to be able to keep running. This was really stressful and really difficult too, but I did manage to eventually beat it. The rest of the level isn't particularly promising, as there's even more fire bars and faster ones too. We absolutely have to keep running without stopping and with the perfect timing. Took me a long time, but eventually I managed to pull it off, and oh boy was that a stressful run. World 9-7 doesn't have many platforms to stand on, and that's because we have to use the Nicobbq clouds to fly our way to the end of the stage. This will be easier said than done, as their move pattern is really erratic and a little bit random too. Plus, you usually have only one block to stand on, so when you jump on Nicobbq, you have to do it on your first try, or you just fall down and die. And once you get a cloud, well, you're still in trouble, because there's a million fuzzies in the sky, and although you're meant to follow the trail of ugly coins to fit in between the fuzzies, we're not gonna be able to do that while carrying Luigi. We'll absolutely have to go underneath, close to the bottom part of the screen, and navigate to the other side. Oh, and also, don't forget that the Nicobbq cloud doesn't last forever and will eventually start to blink and then disappear, meaning you'll have lots of Nicobbqs to defeat and clouds to steal if you want to make your way to the end. The last part forces you to jump from one cloud to the next without any platform to stand on, adding one more layer of challenge, but once that is done, we're all good to go. World 9-8 is filled with spinning, spiky pendulums flying in all sorts of directions, often defying gravity, but since this stage is named Impossible Pendulums, I guess Nintendo is already aware of that. The very first part requires you to do a very precise jump in between the floor and the pendulums, which is scarier looking than it is difficult. The following pendulums are easier to time, and there are plenty of platforms to stand on. You'll absolutely want to drop Luigi over there before going up the pipe if you want to avoid him dying, but remember the rules: as soon as we pick him right back after leaving the pipe, we're not cheating. This final part contains 2 more spinning pendulums, but they're not going to be much of an issue, and the flagpole will be right around the corner. Welcome to World 9-9, the final stop of the day, and this level is meant to be a fun flying squirrel level where you just glide down, slowly grabbing tons of coins and having a great time. Oops. Well, looks like I dropped Luigi, so yeah, don't do that. Just grab some acorn suits and enjoy the peaceful ride down this amazing level, and you'll finally reach the final thank you wooden sign, and we're done with this quest. So, is it possible to beat the Superstar Road in New Super Luigi U while carrying Luigi at all times? Sadly, no it isn't, and it's only because of that one underwater stage that is World 9-3. This is such a shame, because all of the other levels are actually possible, and I did have a lot of challenges on some of them. Oh well, maybe next time, Luigi. Thanks a lot for watching this video, my dudes. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and smash like to show your support. Tap the join button if you want to join Team BBQ and have your name in the credits like those amazing members. For more videos, tap the cards on screen right now, and I will be seeing you in the next one.